My guess is we'll take
or they could just modify arms or something rather than every electronics and sensors and cameras. It's a lot easier. Is there actually programming I had good so it's easier if they had just be able to plug into it.
I'll carry it.
They learn everything. Yeah, I know. So the stronger students can do that. It's always a problem.
So where do you all work? They're running late up there, so like I can't like split it up.
Did you leave it up? There's other posters up there?
Yeah, the other posters are already like up. So I just brought it back.
Decomposition of the task.
I mean, I can't. The posters are right on the front of the stage. Like here, somebody's talking.
Autonomously figure out how.
So do you know what time they're going to post it?
My guess is going to be 3:30 or 3:40 is when they're going to start postering. So my guess is the break we have at 3:20. Yeah, 3:25.
You want to give me the poster?
Yeah, it's right next to your camera.
That's it.
My background is CS, so
Yeah, typically I think they probably want to keep
Nobody's
it.
fired. Is that when they?
I've done ideas for things to do with that. Getting something exceptional.
So I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's not. Within switching, but it's just a laser range. So we just have.
Unless for me.
Special.
Yeah.
So we're doing various clustering.
Sliver of time where I just had to forget it where I started.
I need you to have
Demonstrators downstairs, very impressive. Yeah, they're making a huge noise, but they're doing it piece by piece. Selling like components. San Francisco.
I worked with J.P.
Good. All right, I think everybody's back, so let's start the hands-on software session.
Alrighty. So, I guess everybody has a robot. That's the biggest thing. So everybody here, do you have access to a robot? Is there a robot near you? Bryce, do you want to take the folks behind you? Yeah. All right, cool. So step on up. I guess Dr. Lee mentioned the approach that we had for applying our open source framework to the DARwIN-OP. The idea with our framework is that we want to be able to run a locomotion and vision program on a range of humanoids. And since the DARwIN-OP is an open platform, our open source software is going to match it pretty well. The first thing that we want to do is actually start making this guy move. Everybody likes, a little hands-on thing. So, you guys are still all in the VNC session. Is that true?
No.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
So can everybody reconnect to your VNC session, and then just let me know when you're done. So I guess our system is pretty similar to the Romana system. We have a process that will continuously pull the microcontroller and keep that data into a shared memory area in the file system. And then we run some higher level scripting on that data. Good? All right, how about the corner? SJ, how are we doing on the back row? Everybody? Taylor, are we good on yours? All right. Bryce and company, we good over there?
I already did your first step.
Already did the first step. You got the terminal up?
You're going to need to revert back.
All right. All right, so we're all good? Raise your hand. Good, good, good. Okay, so open one of the terminals. You guys all know how to do that. That's the little black icon. And change directories into Penn's open source folder. So if you have the command right up here, let me know if you can see. Can you guys all read the screen? Is this okay for typing? So just cd into the desktop, open source and player. And then we're going to start what's called a screen session. So what screen does is it allows you to run things in the background, and even if you're not connected to the robot, that process is still going to be running. And it's an easy way to reconnect into that process and see some of the debugging messages. So this is a really good debugging program. So let me know when you guys have executed the Lua run DCM. Give me a little nod or a wave or something like that when we're all good. I'll mimic what you guys got. We good over here? SJ, how are we doing on the back row? Done? We all seeing some numbers spitting out on the screen? All right. So once you have that process up, if you could just start, move some of Darwin's joints around. Specifically, take the head, move it from left to right, and see how some of the joints react. So there's a line in there that's called head, and there'll be a set of 2 numbers next to it, right? So the head twisted around, just on one axis. Let me know if you can see the numbers change. You guys can see the numbers change? All right, now just move the head up and down. Great. See the joint angles? Cool. All right, shake the hand, see the right arm move. Give a little handshake. Yeah, there we go. All right, is the right arm or left arm, whichever one you're shaking, is that moving around? Guys, okay, you guys can see that. All right, and here's just a screenshot. I'm guessing you guys can all see something like this on the screen. All right, good. Saw the numbers change. All right, so with that, we all know how it reacts. We did that in the previous session. Let's see if we can detach from the screen process. So remember, screen is good for keeping stuff in the background. Go a little bit slower. Go back one such. Which side were one more back? Shut down. All right. Does everybody understand what this DCM process is? This magical process? We all good? Raise your hand if you have a question of what that does, and I'll explain more. The basic idea is that this is how pen software communicates with the different sensors and actuators on the DARwIN-OP platform. Are we okay? We're good over here? Back row? Good? And front row? All right. Awesome. So, as I mentioned before, we're going to try to detach, is what it's called. So let this program still run in the background. Okay, it's reading and writing to a shared memory block. So press Control A, followed by a Control D. Okay. We all good? A little nod. I need some feedback, guys. Yep. Hey, I like this corner. Thumbs up. Good. All right. So, before you execute anything, make sure the DARwIN-OP is kneeling. So, for example, you have one of these robots. We're all good? Make it in a kneeling position. This is just for stability because Darwin's going to stand up. And this is how we keep it. We don't have it sitting down. Right? So now execute that Lua demo. Here, let me just want to check that you guys are exactly where I think you are. So do we just see a play, or we can do, you guys were here, right? And then you hit Control A and D. Okay, we're all good. So now you just see a terminal prompt, is that correct? Okay, so now type in just Lua space and then demo.lua, just as it is right here. Everybody can see that? Okay, now, when you hit enter, just make sure that your Darwin isn't going to even think about moving towards the floor. Okay, he's going to stay right on the table. Is that right? So as you hit enter, it's going to start standing up. We good? A wave? Just a little wave. Walk around. Hey, we got a perfect example in the back row. It'll wave again. Just sit down. Yep, it's supposed to walk. It's supposed to walk. Yeah. We call that marching in place. So one over here.
Do you have a source code for all the movements?
Yep.
How many lines?
Sure. Let's go into the demo program if you want. So we're going to execute a less command. I don't want anybody deleting anything if we can. So type in. Does everybody see that? less on demo.lua. So if you want to see the actual source code that's going on, right, so hit enter. There's a lot of junk going on there. Okay. You can ignore most of the top matter. What we're doing here is just being able to talk with all the different Lua files that are in our various platforms. And we'll go through these one by one. But we go through here. We make sure, all these requirement statements make sure that we can talk with the body. We can talk with the motion machine and the walk engine. Right? So you saw it marching in place. That's what we require on walk does. We load some various keyframes. So if you notice that we have both the wave.lua and the wave 2, right? So you saw two waves. It waved once and it waved a second time. So we had two different keyframes for that. That's what happened there. And then we go along. We're going to have what's called a state machine. We'll get into this later, but if everybody wants to take a look at the code right now, we have a little update. So this, I guess, almost like a switch statement, if-else block, is just going to see which phase we are in the little demo programs, right? So you saw it stand up, it's like the first phase, wave, second stage, walk, third, etc. Okay? So I don't want to belabor this particular program right now, but it incorporates everything that we will be talking about in our open source platform. So to get out of this program, just hit Q. Okay, so we're back to a terminal. Is everybody back to a terminal? Awesome. So we're going to get back over here. You good?
I think we broke it.
Yeah, we kind of broke it.
Broke it. You could not have.
He did not understand what I did. Check this.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Go check this.
Alright, what we're going to do here is yeah, no, it's on. It would SJC 59. Alright. Alright, so we mentioned that there's this bit of structure here. Okay, so if you want to type in ls to see what's in the player directory, so you're going to see the various folders. They're going to be called like motion, vision, etc. You saw those various things in the actual demo.lua file. So we'll skip around. We're going to start analyzing these things. So the first thing is going to be motion. Everybody likes making a robot move. That's what humanoids are, right? Every robot really has a camera and everything. But what makes humanoids special is the joint configuration. What we're going to do now is make our own little waving motion. Okay, so the way we're going to start doing that is controlling, say, an arm. And we'll show you how exactly we do that. If you want to ensure that your DCM process is running, remember that thing was spitting out all the numbers. We're going to show you how to use the screen process. To do a quick one of these, screen, R, DCM. What that's doing is reattaching to the process. It just gives us confidence that our background process is actually still running. Okay. So let me know if you start seeing the numbers again. As soon as you do start seeing these numbers, press that Control-A, Control-D combination. And then we're going to be back in the terminal. Okay?
No, you can detach. Because that process, so we're using two processes. One is this local process.
Is everybody good? Everybody saw the numbers we're running?
Screen RDCM.
Uh-oh. Are we back in there? Did you do the little reattach?
It worked.
It works? Okay, so we saw numbers. Okay. So now we're going to go into the lib directory. So this directory contains a lot of our C files that were compiled that we can talk with our motors. Okay, and one of the more important ones is called DARwIN-OP body. And what body does is going to translate commands that are going to talk with the head, with the left arm, these actual anthropomorphic terms, and translate those into motor items. All right. So let's go into the lib directory. Okay, and execute Lua. Okay, so is everybody in the lib directory? Type in the cd lib. Let me know when you've gotten into the lib directory. Give me a little nod. Thumbs up is the best. Thumbs up. 7 up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Back row, how are we doing?
You okay?
Back row, are we in the lib directory?
Yeah.
All right, let me know in your lib directory. Once you're there, type Lua. Okay, Dr. Lee mentioned that we're using this lightweight scripting engine called Lua. This is it. And just start executing some of these commands. I have little comments next to it. You don't have to type that in. You don't need to type the dash after. Just type, B equals require that, set hardness, etc. What we're going to do here is play with moving the head around. Okay, we want to get you guys familiar with the types of commands that we use in different parts of this platform. Okay, I'll move out of the way so you guys see.
Do we have to type Lua first?
Yes, you do.
They'll give you a different prompt. I see that prompt. Running the Lua interpreter.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, just type it right in
Or
order.
like just get. Try not to start like you don't have to do the comments. You don't have to type. So just B is equal to or you're changing quote.
Double dash means comment.
Yeah, position.
Oh, I want to see some heads starting nodding or shaking their heads. Let's see here. First person to get movement wins this round. Easy on. I heard it good. Oh, we got a head movement. Cool.
What's the range on?
So I recommend using increments of 0.1. I really don't recommend just trying arbitrary numbers. So
It's radians. You're moving in radians here, so.
moving down. All right. So now, right before you hit it, so before you do this, set hardness 0. See if you can feel the stiffness of the head. Okay. Just like touch it. Try to move it gently around. It doesn't move, right? It's really stiff, right? So everybody see that it's really stiff? Okay, so now do this hardness 0 command, okay? You all do that? So you felt the head's really stiff. Okay.
You can try the radian together with
Okay, we got the demo program over here. You're catching up. All right. Anybody feel the stiffness at 0? Does it feel a lot less?
It's less stiff. It's still a little stiff.
It's still a little stiff.
It's not totally
But you can definitely move. So, all right, cool. Now what I want you guys to do is play around with some of the other set commands. I'm going to give you a hint. So your command like set L arm hardness. And imagine you can extrapolate that to the different commands, okay? The biggest thing that I want you guys to do is make the touchdown sign, okay? I want every Darwin to have a touchdown sign, okay? We want 6 points.
What's the hardness?
Sure.
Unit.
So, unit?
one is the
Just 0 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
smaller top.
What is the acceptable range for the command? Is it all 0 to 1?
Oh, no. So
Yeah, just radians.
it's a radius.
Not make it 0
Radians?
Yeah, so do it by a few increments and see if you can just get the head back and
Yeah, well,
No, you're not.
just like this. Or do you want like this?
oh, it's I
Straight up. So you
oh, what's up?
I think we lost it.
Yeah, so arm joints,
I think we
one,
lost that.
pitch, roll,
I was trying to say.
If you want to come up here, please, so I'm going to get you guys.
So this is
I'm going to give you a head start too. Copy. Here, you come up here.
So you need it's
Alright, so we're going to go into the correct one.
90 or negative now.
So this is 1.56 pi. And then, do you understand how to say that head?
Triangle.
You're at 0. Or I guess it's 1.
Negative 1.5 cents to that?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That doesn't work.
And you can
Are you doing okay?
False.
0, 1.
I don't think it actually.
Yeah, you need to know.
Set it to 2. And see if it goes back some. Yeah, it's probably doesn't
Steve, what's your arm hardness
It's
command?
probably not like a hard limit. It's just, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll get that back up.
Set it to 2.
So, actually, we'll just this one.
Or negative 2, depending on.
Okay, does everybody see that? So, for instance, we have L arm. You can imagine that there would be an R. Does that make sense? So just play with this. We have an arm up
It
here.
doesn't go.
Now this is
Our command doesn't do anything. So
That isn't.
Pitch under his head.
It should do
It's an
it.
elbow.
really?
Yeah.
So it's like you want to do this. Yeah, so give it an elbow.
Okay, we got one.
30 degrees.
It's 3 parameters. 3 parameters. Try to do 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, our commands.
Now you can, now you can move it. Like you give it angles, now you can actually start to move the arm too.
Yeah, you can try with zero value first. Comment is gradient, so you just try with zero for base configuration. Then you can move it on
All right. Somebody's winning the first half.
We got 6 points.
Yeah, that's 6 points right there. Adrian Pierce.
First
Okay.
Genie's at scoreboard.
Are those relative numbers or not physical units?
I think we're from 0 to 1, right? This is like
Actually, if you guys want to play around, somebody else.
Just to say
These are arm.
All right, wow. All right, so for you folks who are super duper over there, so the Control D, let's keep moving because I don't think they need these slides. Sound good? All right, well I already did this. All right, so now do that little screen R command, you remember that? That was when you saw the little numbers. So do that again, and see if you see any familiar numbers within, say, the arm range.
not fine, not fine.
Anything look familiar there? I'm going to look like an idiot.
No, but these are degrees and those are ratings.
Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh, I do feel a little bit weird, but yeah, those are in degrees. Good call, Bryce. 27. So don't do any degrees. Oh, don't do any hard leg or.
No, we're not. It's just the stability.
Oh, move it into see this position right here. SJ, can you get them into the? Sure. All right, so we got a touchdown in the back, or almost. Almost got a touchdown. Almost. Back row is almost there. Taylor's coming up with a caboose, and these guys are in touchdown land. Cool.
All right, we have it.
All right, we got a touchdown. We got a touchdown.
Now you have
No
to
points.
for the happenings.
0 points. How you doing over here?
Right.
Love directory. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you got this movement as well.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have the DCM?
The interesting thing is that this middle.
You said the harness on the head to room list, I want to kind of look straightforward, so I wish. Or just in that position so that. Before you make sure zero.
Reset all the harnesses back to zero.
I realize that should be an issue, but I'm gonna roll with the punches here and see if I messed up or not. So let's just go there.
So, my harnesses are at a half.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be my fault, but I want to see what happens because I don't remember if when we do the stand up and the other routines, if the hardness of the arms is set to 0. Okay. So we'll see. If it is, that can be fun. If not, it'll be like that all day long. And then
I can look at the touchdown.
I'll see progress. All right. So for those of you who have scored a touchdown, okay, I want you to follow some of these directions. All right. Everybody, touchdown. Okay. First with the touchdown, you're taking pictures and stuff. Take your pictures, and then we're going to move on. So I mentioned before that we're going to do some keyframes. Right, so you saw the little waves before. We're going to start making our own keyframes. Because that's half the battle. When you're doing a little RoboCop soccer, you want to be able to keyframe a kick a lot of times to make it the fastest possible. So go into the motion directory. I believe right now you're in lib. So execute a cd space /motion as we have on PowerPoint. And now we're going to open a file just to see what the structure of keyframes are.
It says it expects an equal sign. Do
See.
we need to get out of LUA first?
Oh yes, yes you do. Hit Control D to get out of Lua. So do Control D and you get out of Lua. All right. Let me know when you're looking at KMOP stand up for back. You can just type in KMOP stand and then like hit tab and it should complete it to most of the way. Just type it, whatever.
Wait, no. Control
You hit L first. So. Control C, Control D.
they are definition of frame. Like how join frame, and duration of the frame.
So this is like the output result, right?
Let's say we were doing this.
This number, you
They already,
didn't,
yeah.
did you type in this number?
No,
or
we
just-
encode it. We will do the measure.
Yeah, there's one more block in there. So it's two blocks next to each other.
Yeah, do the same thing.
For example.
Oh, yeah, because it goes to the next thing. To the X-ray.
Finds all the images and the time.
Oh, no.
Referee tells robots when the score goes scored by us.
The score earlier to get that position.
The error.
I guess right around the
Robots do that.
Oh, you can use a so-called motion file. Well, it's a little bit there. There's two kind of, maybe more than two, but it converts it down to torque and current. Is what really counts.
There are 20 of these?
Then torque means, but still, it's very But like when you start
SJ. Where's SJ?
Yep, they are 20 join.
All right, is everybody taking a look at that stand-up from back file?
Frame.
Do we all kind of understand how it works? Not too difficult. Yo, SJ, we need some help up front. All right, cool. Hit Q when you're done. You have the general idea. Cool. Let's make one. So do the C dot dot to get back into the open source folder. SJ, real quick, do we have, is gen anim upper body or just gen anim? Okay, just do gen anim. Don't do the upper body part. Just do gen anim dot lua. Okay. Let me all see. All right. So let me know when we've run that gen anim program. We good? Okay. Oh, sorry. You go into do exit that. Have them all get their arms back down. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Check with price. Does it when you run that gen anim? Does it make the hardness 0? No. Yeah.
Stay steady.
Yeah.
Okay, the screen. This page is visiting the controller.
Okay. Yeah. So who all is in the gen anim? Are you guys doing the gen anim?
Well,
we actually are in just anime.
Oh, okay. So do the screen R. Do the screen R. You screen R and then hit Control C and DC on.
Okay.
Wait.
Doing that these again?
No, you just do Control A, and then do Control C. Huh? And then hit A. Okay.
That file's not there.
We get to make this into okay. And then you Control A, huh?
We had a gen and then we have another.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna have to change that. First, go into screen dash R. Remember that? Screen dash R, and then hit Control C. Yeah, and then hit up. Yeah. And then Control A, D out of that. And then run just regular stuff downstairs. Sound good?
Good.
We're good? Okay. So Bryce over here is already taken to it, and we're just moving the hand around and hitting enter at various points, okay? Let's see if we can do this.
What director are we supposed to be in?
Oh, just do gen anim. Don't do upper body. Don't do upper body.
Oh, it is, okay.
It's in the play directory.
Okay, so
You're looking for the upper body file.
Yeah, sorry, apologies for that. There's a typo in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know how to do this gen anim? Alright, here's Jeff.
So it's just,
Okay, now you're in.
the robot into the firm, and once he wants to wait, so move it into the position.
So move it into like one position, right, and hit enter. And then move it into another position, enter.
What do you want him to say?
Not the.
What is it? Just tell me when you want me to go. Here?
Okay, now you're in the folder. Now you're ready.
Oh, frame one record.
How you record this? You make the robot pause something and press enter to record the keyframe.
Everybody's recording keyframes now?
Yeah, enter.
Looks good.
So
Still
stop at the
shift
point
and
and
hand,
enter.
and the hand.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, this is turning into like
Here,
contortion.
everything's done.
File name.
Call it my keyframe.
Press G and
That's
G
something.
enter.
Nah, you just do my
And,
keyframe.
putting a new enter the file name. Then press. It's done. Now you can run. Keyframe code.
So should we do a test for just
We should do Lua test keyframe underscore dot Lua. Just run exactly what's on here. And then when it tells you to enter a file name, type my keyframe. Okay. Alright, I want to see the first keyframe ration. How are we doing? Oh, hey, look at that. We got a little keyframe actually on. Oh, we got 2 on. Wow, you guys are intense.
So, question then, so the duration is 1 week, 1 second pretty much?
Yes, by default, everything is 1 second. You can actually change that just by editing the file. No dot limit is necessary. Is that good? Everybody's having some success here? Yes, if you do want to play with the duration, you can do that. I don't feel it's necessary right now. Let's just get the general concept of it. So that's good now.
You can open the keyframe faster change.
Okay, fine. Let's make it faster, guys. Let's make this go twice as fast. Okay? So what you're going to want to do is hit gedit and gedit on your demo. So hit gedit space demo. Or gedit, not demo. Gedit space my keyframe. Okay? Good? So let me know when you have that. And change all the durations to 0.5. Okay? All. Change them all to 0.5. I don't have that gedit command. So you just gedit space my keyframe. Good? Yo, SJ. I'll work over there. You work up here. There's no problem. We have a problem up here. Excuse me, Chase. How are we doing? You change all the durations to 0.5. And then save it, close out of it, and run that little test keyframe again. Are we twice as fast over here? You touch down people? How are we doing up here? You guys demanding what's up here. Faster. Awesome.
I'm working on it.
Is that going faster?
Yeah, I would just have a demo.
Okay, get it.
Oh, no. We do one back.
Alright, does anybody make it go twice as fast yet? Let me know. You guys are...
Yes, that's ridiculous.
I don't see it even moving.
Is there a way to change it on all keyframes at once?
Nah, just you can probably do a find replace on 1.0, maybe 1.0 semicolon, something like that.
That's line
Nah, that would never.
Something else with
Never.
1.0.
Never.
Smaller value to make them faster.
It's being recorded too.
Duration equals 0.0.
Alright. They're going fast?
Sure.
Oh, just hit the X button out of here. So make sure it saves. So then run that loaded test keyframe business again.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I cannot have the same number.
What was the comment? Whoa.
Oh, is it going fast? That looks fast. Looks twice as fast.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. Imagine that. So the back row is good. Touchdown's good. And front row is good.
So what was the comment?
Yes, it's the same as before. Lua space test underscore keyframe dialog.
Yep, just as on here. Just as the bottom line says. Yep. That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
That's what I'm saying.
You should do that.
They're not listening to me though.
Guys, seriously. Listen to what the lady wants. Do the Macarena. Come on.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna do that at the end.
Okay.
We're gonna have a Macarena challenge. Okay.
I like that.
All right. You get to hit enter at something. Are you doing the keyframe one? Hit enter. All right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna assume that you guys have gotten it twice as fast. Is that true for everybody?
Yeah, well,
Four times as fast? Oh my gosh.
I told her.
Somebody's a rebel back there. All right.
On that note, what are the safe operating rules?
All right, guys. We're not even going to try testing the safe operating rules. We're going to start making this guy walk, okay? So, SJ, do you want to do something here? Or do you want to keep debugging?
So now it's kind of.
Alrighty, guys. SJ is going to walk you through the walk code. Awesome.
You stop right here, right?
Wait, I'll let you
So
do
when
it.
actually, my name is Jun, and I work within the very work. We provide part to tune the walk, and we cover some of the motion state machine and some hardware stuff a little bit. So first we start with some demo. You should now in the player folder, and it's the ground. Have another walk that room. So make sure the robot is well positioned.
Yeah, okay, good. We'll keep these online and everything. And hopefully you guys take it and you're perfect. Yeah, I'll give it to you. I can't shoot that. Yeah, I got that. So we're going to make this stance. The first thing that we want to do is make sure it's sitting properly. And this guy's still slouching.
You got it right there? The robot can jump out of this and
yeah, so make sure when you have this thing, like, when you press 8 to have it stand up, 8. Great. You have your hands with a little radius around there, just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere it's not supposed to. Did you press 8? Did you do Lewis test ball?
Not listening.
Are you hitting high? It's a good sort of hit high. Okay, that's good. Alright, then hit K to make it stop.
and now the robot is walking, then you can control his walk similar by press I, J.
Yeah, guys, you gotta really make sure. Guys, we're on the table right now. This is really a dangerous position, so make sure that you are, ready. Okay, at the ready.
Turn.
Darwin's not going to bite, so you can handle it.
I don't know how to get it. Okay.
So hit K. Hit K. Hit 7 to sit down, K to just have it move in place, okay? So if it's doing something you don't want to do, hit K and then hit 7.
Okay.
So test them all. Once you've tested them all, you have it sit down with 7.
And then control C out.
Control C to get out. Yup.
guys.
I can basically everybody's like that.
It's good.
That's probably the best. Okay, let's move on. Taylor, what's that thought? I didn't see it. Oh, okay, you was watching. You were watching it.
Yeah.
Saw you. Well, okay, good. Yeah. Add a little movement there,
I might be a little fall sick.
All right.
Okay, while you're playing with the robot, I cover the radio with the robot. So there are two types of walking, stationary walking, where the center of the gravity originating right in the supporting foot, and we provide dynamic walking, where the center of gravity may lie outside of the supporting foot. Then we have to we need some kind of dynamic center of gravity, which is the GMP. I think eventually we should know about GMP, at least how about GMP. So our algorithm is a 3-step. First step is foot trajectory of the walk speed and calculate by step using GMP criteria. And you calculate the manual using machine. We cover by one. So we use 3 velocity parameters. The first one is Vx, is forward velocity. And the Vy is the side-by-side velocity. The Va is the angular velocity. We can control all 3 separately, so we can make the robot walk omnidirectionally. So on is speed level during the GMP. So we are using the inverse linear inverse cut-pull model to calculate the GMP. And so when the robot walks, the torso position is calculated to set the GMP, the dynamic COG, within the purpose input. And finally, after we calculate the foot position and torso position, we provide some inverse score to determine all the joint angle.
Question. Move away from the screen. You can.
Okay, and now we also provide some means of active simulation using the progressive feedback using joint encoder values and inertial feedback using gyroscope. Without but we have some work parameters to change the style walking anyways. We have some height of the torso and the position of the torso, height of step, and the weight per step.
Can you go back to the previous slide? Another one. Okay. Got it.
SJ made all these diagrams himself too. Pretty snazzy. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, all the parameters are defined in config that were found in config folder. So they are defined like this: walk that line height, walk that step height, walk that wide, etc. So now you will change the walk parameters to make the walk differently. So first execute the first line. You can edit the config.lua in the config folder.
Alright, so everybody gets what we're doing now. The robot was walking on your desk with a certain set of parameters, right? And with the ZNP, there are a lot of different variables that SJ was showing. We're going to change some of them right now and see if we can have different step heights. Remember when there was that jittery walk that Ravaz was showing up front where it was just, pounding the ground and we were changing the step periods? We can also do that in our config folder. So SJ has some lines of code that to show you. Yeah, I'm waiting for the get edited up.
When you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you see some comment block of parameters that is followed by the stage. You can go to comment lines to make those parameters active.
Oh, sure. Control C. C is in cap. So just take out the first comments.
Oh, we took out the second.
It's okay. We'll just do the first.
You just make it whatever. Just go time.
We put them back. I'll see you around.
After modifying the file, you can save the file and run the test work for one more time.
I'm supposed to enable those comment blocks. That whole point of the block.
Yeah.
But we can just change this to get the step height higher. Or something.
Yep, sure. How's everybody doing on changing these parameters?
Step height.
All right.
Yeah,
I think you had a good point. Oh, here you go.
0.04?
I think it was
All of them?
Yeah, body height should be like twice that.
dash.
I assume it'll just stand up as
square
square.
rather than square dash.
Sure. They might freak it out, but we'll find out.
And remember, anytime that you guys execute test walk, have a little halo of hand around it, okay?
Control H.
So SJ, what did we do here? What did we change?
Try the top kind of thing, right? The second variable will be faster than the first one.
Alright, so we have a faster step period here, guys. Good. So hit K, hit 7 when you want to sit down because it's a little crazy. Yeah. Alright. Alright.
See the watch.
Whoa.
Here we go.
We changed other things, don't worry about it.
What kind of parameters did you guys get?
Maybe step by to draw.
Hip sway?
I like
Yeah.
it. Ooh, I like it. Still not the Macarena. All right. So now to the second comment block. So re-comment that stuff that you want commented. Alrighty. JK sacrificed his expensive camera for an expensive Darwin. This is a case in point of why we have our hands around. Good job, guys. So hit 7 when it's going out at its control. 2.5. Now down. Awesome. So does everybody know how to do the second lines of code? Remember we saw 2 blocks of comments. So re-comment that block that you did the first time. You got it.
Everyone try dot row.
And do we access the text box?
Control C.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ready? Yep.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, good.
If you go too high, like if I force his body height to be too high, we just force the
Today meet Thursday.
Well, there's certain.
How do you set the height?
No, there are certain parameters.
Are the colors locked in the lane?
Yeah. You're zeroing out probably the probably doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, because height is overriding. Yeah. Well,
You just change the key here.
First step is
Maybe try the other parameter.
Are you guys locked in the little lake on the street though? That's cool. Because the dikes and bends working pretty well.
It is.
No, we're not.
And I talking
No,
about
we're just at some point we're trying to make them stand.
Oh, there we go. We have another successful catch. I like that, guys.
The mini hub, because Drexel just redesigned it, go into the mini hub. It's just like very similar, just like with the command line control and the.
Alright, how are you doing? I guess next one.
Okay, everyone try to we'll approach it into motion finite state machine. The motion finite state machine handles all everybody movement. Standing up, walking, and sitting down, as you see already. So
Go back, please.
We'll have these slides online. So you can download them. It'll be available on the SourceForge site that Revised has mentioned in the past.
yeah, this is the current motion state machine we provide. So relax state, stand state, walk state, state, and stand up for etc. So if you look, when the rope is sitting still, when you press the button or F8 key, you will stand up, and when the standing up is done, you will go into walk state and go up around, and when the button is pressed, it will sit down. When sitting down is done, we will go back to the relax state. Now we,
So take a look at this file and see what the finite state machine looks like. Okay, so open up motion.
Motion folder.
So I guess you're going to do gedit motion/motion.load. It'll be in the motion folder. So you can just do gedit space motion/motion. Give me a thumbs up when you got that file up. All right, Bryce knows what he's doing. How about in the corner? We got double thumbs up. I like it. Front drive. Oh, you don't have a computer. SJ, can you do it?
That's fine.
Sure. Really? All right. Stay tuned. So if anybody wants to play with the Darwin cells, and we have some dynamic duos.
Am I in the same
I have a leftover robot.
You're just gonna give it away? I'll take it.
Quiz.
Jesus. What's my
Are you doing the players, right?
Oh, okay, sure. So, actually, hit the next slide. Just so.
Wait, are we supposed to? Yeah.
Sure. So, yeah. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, it's weird because we just name them the same thing. It's really easy once you.
And after looking at the motions and log, you can test the motion state machine by running the test walk for one more time.
So remember when we did test walk, we controlled it with 7 and 8 to make it stand up and sit down? This time we're going to do it with a button press. Okay, remember to get those halo hands there on there.
So first we want to make sure it's still
I don't know what it does.
What do they mean at top folder?
Oh, top folder, I apologize. Top folder is just the player. Player.
Yeah. Press the button to make it go up stance.
While the robot is walking, you can make it face down the ground. While it's walking.
What do we do for here? I got to
Press one of the buttons.
What button?
And some of them, they're different. Actually, some of them are different.
I mean, you can turn on the
Press the center one.
Oh, these buttons?
Yeah, apologize. Sorry. On the back. Yeah, so press the center button on the back. Okay, guys? See what happens. Oh, press the left button on that. You guys are fine. Yeah, press. Yeah, I forget. It is the center one. Okay, good. Yeah, the middle button should be the one for everybody. Okay. I think there is one robot that uses the left button instead. All right, then press it again, and see what happens. All right, so everybody gets how that state works. We'll go back up here. Okay. Does everybody see how it goes? So we have the relax. That's when it's sitting down. You press the button, right? It stands up. When it's done standing up, it walks. When it gets the button again, it sits down. And then when it's done sitting down, it goes back. Rocket science, okay?
Do we lay it down on front like the side said?
Do that. But make sure you really are protected, okay? So place it face down on the table.
Do we hit the center button first?
Excuse me?
Do we hit the center button first?
No, let it walk. As if it tripped on a stick or something.
Stick doesn't like me. Yeah, future may be good to say how it's supposed to hold it when we do that.
Yeah. Alright, good. Oh, watch the cables, because if the cables are taut on it, sometimes things can go awry.
Oh, yeah.
How are you guys doing? Good? Oh, yeah. Actually, you can just switch robots with them if it's not working or something. Like, you get to reboot or whatever. Just take the cable out and just use the cable. Alright. So everybody did that. Where are we on here? Alright, so we're all good? So this really wouldn't be a complete slide until we actually had you guys at your own state, okay? So let's get the motion.lua file back up again with that gedit, okay? And now we're going to add a different state, and it's going to be called null state. But the idea is that when we push the button, we see that it goes from relax to stance, followed immediately by walk. What about just making it stand, not walk? Let's see here. I want to see if I'm doing the right thing. Anyway, let's follow this. So does everybody have the motion.lua file up?
No, we need to reconnect.
Professionals, you guys have the...
It's up, but not.
It's up. Okay.
So control C.
All right. So do we see at the top of the file there are a lot of these require statements? Is that true? Everybody sees a lot of require statements? Good? Thumbs up? Thumbs up. Okay, good. So now we're going to add a different requirement. We're going to require null state, okay? So see if you guys add require null state, okay? Just do that like right under all the other requires, okay? SJ will come around, just make sure you're doing it correctly. Then go down to where there are transitions. So I think there's SM:set transition. And change the transition for stance. So when stance is done, have it go to the null state. Okay. And then we're going to add another transition. So on button, the null state should transition to relax. So see if you guys can implement that.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Oh yeah, just read the slides.
Stance. Done, they go to null state. So, stance. Done.
If you guys have pen and paper in front of you, it might be a good idea to just draw this out where it's going, just similar to the way we had before. CJK. So, do you call it out all of your states in the same place, all of your transitions in the same place, or do you put your states with your transitions? All states are
Oh, the null state place?
To replace the down space. Replace the down space.
And as incentive here, guys, the next step that we're going to do is have the robot start following the ball and kick it. Okay, so first person to get this done gets to go kick the ball.
Okay, like that?
In addition to
Yeah, so you see how there's little transitions where they're quote done and stuff? We're going to do that.
Right now, it says walk, we should change that.
You should go to null state. Oh, sorry, that shouldn't have wrapped. Go to null state. One word, null state. Go to null state.
Which file are we editing?
Motion.load.
Motions. Okay, so G edit. Motion.
Yeah, Bryce, you didn't do this one last night. Do one.
I know, I'm terrified.
2.0.
You guys still didn't take out the
Do we need to have like an add state
one
for the null
that I
state?
messed up.
Do we need an add state for the null state?
Yes. Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. You're also going to have to do an add state. Okay, so you see all the add states. Make sure to have an add state for null state. Okay. There are a bunch of little add state statements.
Oh.
State. See, you're catching my mistakes already. You guys are pretty intuitive with this platform. I like it.
Do you use RoboPlus motion editor?
Excuse me?
Do you use RoboPlus?
I'm not familiar with that.
They have pages. So you can have page 1, page 2, page 2.
Is it a similar concept? Cool. And so I guess that would be a good thing for you. Are you not Oh, that was bizarre. That's good. That's good.
Oh, you're
there. Are things doing spots?
Okay.
We hit the middle button and it's bringing down and right back up.
I was afraid of that. Okay, this is the appropriate behavior. There was a bug in stuff I have. So if you guys have a little robot that does a little bend down, bend back up, that's appropriate. Okay, that's my fault. I'll change that to documentation. What we're going to need is a timeout, so it should actually wait a little bit of time, because when you press the button, it still registers that button press. So it immediately transitions and then transitions again. So, hoping to avoid that. But
You mean it registers like 2 button presses at once or something?
yeah, it registers 2.
Is that right? You need
Never mind, that worked. Right? Oh, wait, never mind, guys. It worked over here. So I'll
Of course, you just gave me that for the cell.
huh?
You just gave me that.
You want your computer back?
That you gave that. You told me 20 minutes ago.
It's ready
So
to
I might
run.
have an updated version.
I don't think so.
And by the way,
Actually, check with them too. How are we doing?
Transitions here.
Yeah, I can do maybe just need to wall stack.
Just curious, I mean, you can go for fantastic. It's awesome.
Okay, so like that?
Yeah.
So it's weird. Now it's again.
Yeah.
Can you text me when you
Bro,
finish
state
the
machine.
event? So you come down.
That is going to happen.
Are you drinking this?
Just gonna take whatever you guys did, because then we're gonna have to go kick the ball.
Okay, so it's the left button.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, so just go put it back to the state it was. Guys, when you finish that, or want to move on to the kicking the ball, just undo everything you did just now and make it back to the state that it was. Okay. So make the actual transitions. Unbutton. Go to.
You need to undo what you did.
Was it undone? Should go to walk instead of null state. Okay. That sound good? And you don't have to change the null states. But,
Alright, so we have to go back.
so just change everything back to the way it was originally, and let me know when you've done that. You're back to normal? Okay, we got one back to normal.
There, one of
How you guys doing back in order?
I don't remember what I don't remember what this was.
You can ask me now.
What was the stance done line, or stance done, what did that go to?
Back to normal.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Alright, so let's put this state machine back to where it was. With the vision.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay, vision part.
You good? Perfect. Actually, how's the back row doing? Are they all back to normal? Right, is he back to normal?
So we are.
Okay. All right. So everybody's back to normal. If not, we will find out shortly. With all these humanoid robots, the DARwIN-OP has a camera included. So you can see that camera. It's right square between the eyes. Okay, so you see a little lens there. That's the camera. It actually is an HD camera, not just a regular VGA camera. And what we're going to do is show you how we interface with this camera and Pen's stock image processing library. You guys can use your own, okay? Because I know there are a lot of people who like to use their own image processing library. But we give you an idea of how you can make one. So I mentioned before there's a USB webcam. It communicates over what's called UVC. It's one of these standard USB video drivers. And since this runs Linux, the Ubuntu operating system, we use the Video for Linux 2 drivers. So in theory, if you want to replace this camera with your own, so long as it works with this V4L2 API, you're going to be good. We're sampling at 30 Hertz right now. And for debugging, every one of these frames that DARwIN-OP sees is going to be stored in a shared memory file. Okay? And why is this important? Lua doesn't really include a visual GUI so that you can actually see what's going on. But there are a lot of third-party applications there. We use MATLAB, so when we want to debug images and see how we're labeling things in the world, we open up MATLAB and we start and we can see what's going on. But we're not going to be distributing that way. So let's test out some of the vision. I have some balls over here. I don't have enough for everybody, so we're going to just have to share and move on. So you guys will be a little bit later. Run this Lua test vision, so you're used to all these test walk and everything. Ball. Have a ball. And you got a ball. So we turned on the lights here. Everybody knows that, right? I'm sure you're all familiar with the lighting effects of vision processing. If you don't have the right lighting, things are here. White balance. We'll see it. Taylor, that's very clever. I like that. Okay, has everybody run the test vision.lua file?
Can you kind of two block?
It'll like, if one goes out of view or one blob becomes slightly bigger, it'll like start looking at the other one, and it's just like whichever blob is bigger, it'll start looking. You have to press 8, guys. So have it stand up, okay? Just the way we've done this. That'll be fine. Totally okay. All right. So now press the IJ.
Okay.
8 says nothing.
No, we broke.
All right. We'll have to fix your state machine that you guys. I have SJ go over there. SJ.
Oh, wait, all right.
Never mind. So can everybody move the camera? Everybody had success moving the camera? Oh, hey, and then we have batteries here. Battery tracker. This is awesome. Did you all press 1? Can you see the ball being tracked by DARwIN-OP moving his head around?
Not well.
Well, put the ball on the ground. Move it around. Yeah, so that's working well. Yeah. Cool. So everybody's having success right now? Thumbs up, thumbs up. If you don't have thumbs up, get SJ. Okay.
Press 1. What do you need to click over? So you need to do 8.
Alright, so we're doing okay? Alright. So let's press 7. Set DARwIN-OP back down. We see they can track the ball.
These guys are having problems with I don't know if their motors are not active. They're not even standing.
Cool, so now once we sat down, hit Control-C, kill the process. I'm going to give a quick overview of this processing library, and then we're going to have it play soccer. So this vision system is divided into 2 areas. So we have a pipeline, and we have, I guess, individual processing segments. Each one of these segments we want to do really fast. So as was mentioned before, anything we want to do really fast is done in C. So these files are stored in the open source lib image proc thing. So anytime we hit made to compile everything, all the C files are compiled there. Everything in the pipeline, which is basically detect large blob, figure out the centroid, all those different things, are going to be in Lua, and they're stored in the vision directory very appropriately. In this, what we're doing is a very simple lookup table. So every color the DARwIN-OP sees is going to be matched with, every pixel sees is going to be matched with a color. So we have like, say, 4 or 5 different colors. The main one that we're going to be interested in is orange. We do some blob detection. And in order to reduce noise, we bump this down to 4x4. All the 4x4 pixels are averaged out in a bit OR process. So we have a little bit less processing to do. This is the segmentation that you'll see. The ball is spotted here and circled. It's a little orange blob there. You see yellow because that's the transition. Now we're going to show you the main code here, okay? The main code is divided into more of these finite state machines. So you guys were working with the motion state machines, right? There are 2 more. One is the head, and that does the tracking. So anytime you pressed 1, it would start tracking. If it found the ball, it would just find it. If it didn't have the ball, it would go into a search state. Okay, so we just move the head around. And similarly, when you're playing soccer, you want to have a body FSM to tell your robot where to go. And what it does is it searches an area, moving its head around, moving its body around until it finds the ball. Once it does find the ball, it goes towards that centroid, and then it goes and kicks it. Okay, so you saw some of the kick state machines before. This is the main process. So if you actually open up, less player.lua, that's in the player directory, you're going to see this. Okay. And what it does is we just enter the motion finite state machine. That's one we were playing with before. The body finite state machine is where we're telling the body, the robot, to move in certain directions, okay, rather than just actually standing up and stuff. And vision entry, that's just updating every single frame. And we do that, we do that update all the time. Here's a little pictorial representation of what we got going on. Nothing, too much like rocket science going on here. And now we're going to test the main control code. And here you're actually going to want to put your robots on the ground, okay, with the ball, because it's going to scoot around, do some kicks. We don't want anybody walking off the table, okay? So see if you can make some room, put the robot wherever you have some open space. All right. Make sure you don't lose power. That's paramount. If you lose the, okay, back row, that'll be fine. We'll get you back up. Just restart the computer.
The batteries are like this.
Yeah. If we're doing that, we don't have batteries.
It's better set the work parameters to dot one.
No. We're just drive.
It's at the third one.
It doesn't matter. All right. So is everybody on the ground? We're rebooting the computer. We're good. So have the ball in the area. SJ, can you help out back corner? All right. So we're going to run Lua player.lua. Okay, this is the ultimate stage of this presentation. It's going to be sitting. You're going to press the middle button, have it stand up, and start playing some soccer. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Is it moving around? You see some grooving action over here? How's everybody doing? Again, it's still going to be important that, if the robot falls down here, it's going to be okay. They'll get up.
The walk probably. You can see how it gets up, right? It should, you let it kind of fall down, you'll see it, the state machine will take it. Okay. Like the battery on this carpeting.
Oh, press the center button. Press the center button. Some of the robots are different, but press the center button. Are we having success in the back row there?
Yeah.
Some success? Okay, good, thumbs up. So you can see some of the troubles, trials and tribulations of robot cup soccer. It falls down a lot, especially when kids.
What directory are we in again?
So do you have DCM running?
No, we just got reconnected into the DCM.
Sure. So in order to get to the DCM to get that running, you go into the desktop, the source folder.